everybody, this is VisitJoan, and I'm sorry for this weird kind of opening thing here, if that makes any sense at all, but I did this build before Tiny Living came, well, okay, no, I didn't do it. I started this build before Tiny Living came out, so I wasn't actually sure if the second and third floor would count as tiles. So basically, what I was doing throughout this whole thing was, just counting the tiles as I was laying it out to make sure it was under, 100, but, anyway, it didn't matter because the second and third floor do count as tiles. So, it's not technically a tiny house, but I'm just going to call it that because I really have nothing else to call it. But anyway, this is this is a tiny blue home, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I started this build before Tiny Living came out, and I actually decided I started this on this one lot in Burleton Bay. It was 20 by 20, but then, when the pack actually came out, I decided I wanted to use this lot for something else, so I moved it, and I eventually I did put it in Strangerville for a while, but I'm like, no, that's a bigger lot, I could use that for something a little bit bigger. I don't want to waste the space on a tiny-ish home, so I decided basically to put it in one of the 15 by 20, no, I don't think that was it. Maybe it was like 30 by 20, something like that in Newcrest. So you will see me switch the lots eventually. But anyway, you guys, I did find this on Pinterest when I did do the search for tiny house floor plans. So that's why I kind of called it a tiny home from the beginning because, well, it kind of, it was kind of marketed as one, like, let's just put it that way, but it really just kind of isn't. I really just don't know anymore. Anyway, I'm doing like these videos and these voiceovers in like rapid succession, and one thing I've discovered is doing it this way, I've kind of run out of things to talk about because I kind of talked about everything in like previous videos. But yeah, so basically, when I started this like back in January, right after Tiny Living was announced, I really had no idea what the heck I was going to do with this, and then basically when Tiny Living came out, I just kind of put it off because I wanted to build actual, like tiny houses, and I had to, I was busy preparing for the 20th anniversary celebration, and I was busy, whatchamacallit, yeah, doing like actual tiny homes, so I finally got the time to finish this, couple of maybe a week ago or something. I don't know. I knew that I was going to be, need to have a bunch of editing stuff to do. So yeah, here we are. Here it is. This house has I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say. This house is 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, I believe. So it's a good house for a family, and oh boy, I'm trying to think, like I think I'm like mixing this up with another house, but there was like one point when I was building a house where I was thinking, okay, there are 3 kids, 2 children, 2 childs, dear goodness, 2 children and a toddler. And I was thinking, okay, the children are a girl and a boy, and the toddler's a girl. And then I went back and I looked up and I realized, no, wait, the toddler's a girl. And no, the toddler's a boy and the 2 children are a girl. I don't remember what household that was, but it wasn't this one because I knew this one would have 2 kids specifically. So yeah, I'm trying to just like rack my brain trying to figure out what freaking house that was, but I just can't remember, and I'm just not gonna even go through the process of remembering right now because that's just gonna take away from me trying to do the commentary for this whatchamacallit, speed build. There we go. But oh yeah, the kitchen. I remember I had like a heck of a time trying to figure out what kind of island counters I wanted for the kitchen, because I wanted one not just where you could sit at, but that would be, workable too. And I spent a lot of time on that, and thankfully I was able to cut most of it out. But okay, the fridge. Can we talk about the fridge for a minute? Because I don't know. I mean, I ended up moving it, but that was another part. Like I wanted the counter, basically the island counter, some specific place, and the fridge was in the way, so I ended up having to move it. And then I ended up moving the fridge, so it was like, okay, what the heck is going on, Joan? But yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal in the end. I was able to cut it out. I decided to give it 2 sinks because, well, why not? I already had a sink place behind the window, so you know what? I guess it just doesn't matter. I mean, I don't really have that much to say about this build in general, other than, whatchamacallit. I wasn't planning on doing a backyard because the lot that I started on was so small and there wasn't room for one, but I ended up doing one anyway because I just didn't want it. Once again, waste of space. But, so that's why I didn't do the yard before I did the inside like I usually do. Bathrooms, again, done off camera because they're bathrooms, honestly. I don't need to explain this like every single time I do something. But oh wow, that actually fits. See, usually when I'm putting the pepper pots in there, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, yeah. And when I lower it, they usually like clip off each other when I put them on the shelf, so I have to, take the shelf off, take the counter away, and then put the red shelf there. Oh my goodness, it's like kind of annoying that I have to do all of that. But this time it worked pretty well, so maybe I'll be stuck with that from now on. I don't know. And oh yay, here comes another 5 minutes of me screwing around trying to put things on shelves. Like, I mean, honestly, this whole thing is completely messed up. Why can't we just put what we want on shelves, people? I mean, come on, guys. It should not be this hard. And then, of course, there's the whole thing that I have to take up slots that, stuff like that. And I know there's like an invisible thing that you could do that, but here's the thing, I don't really want to use that because then I'll forget it's there, and then, if it breaks in a update, it'll happen like the red shelf did, where it just completely crashes and I have absolutely no idea why it's doing what it's doing. But yeah, so I just tend not to use that. I just tend not to use mods in general, except, like post player ones that I actually absolutely have to. You guys know that already if you've been here for a while. I think a specific kind of challenge in furnishing this particular house is, okay, where was I going to put the TV? I mean, I figured out I was going to put the TV on that wall right there, or at least by it, but I had to figure out, okay, if that's like the living area, then what is the rest of this big area in like the living room? Is that going to be like the office? Is that going to be like the entryway? Is that going to be, I really don't know, but I figured out, I could put a desk there and a bookshelf and a little, coat hanger thingy. And I just think that thing that came this season's the coat hanger thing that I do put there, like right about now. Not that one, but that one's kind of ugly because of oh my goodness, I do not like that coat at all. But at least it's not the Farmer and the Dell thing, where it just the rack. Oh my goodness, I like literally do not like that item. It just like, to me, it's just like, no. I don't know why I'm putting a freaking, bookshelf there when, backpack. Oh my goodness, I really should just quit while I'm ahead. But, I don't know why I'm doing that there when I know that one of the kids is a toddler. I don't know, maybe they go to preschool, who the heck knows. But, yeah. Another challenge that I had with this build was trying to figure out, what was going to go on that landing, if anything. Well, I couldn't put nothing there because then it looks completely and totally stupid. Like, oh yeah, here's this build, I didn't even finish it, here you go. And just, oh my goodness, it just looks incomplete and stuff like that. But, it's like, what am I going to put here? Like, I wanted to put some recreational activities here, but the activities were just kind of too big for this particular space. I mean, yeah, I did manage to fit a dartboard in there and a Void Critter game, which, I did put in later when I was busy trying to decorate the girls' room. But other than that, it's like, the foosball table was too big, and the Don't Wake the Llama table was just too big, and there wouldn't be, enough room around it for the Sims to actually move. So that was kind of a challenge. And there was another one on the third floor, but anyway, I didn't have as much all that problems with the little toddler's room, just because, I don't know, I mean, it's like a toddler room, and there was, there was no shortage of stuff to put in there. I think I don't leave that dollhouse in there. I don't think I do, but it wasn't that hard because, all I had to do was just, I don't even know. Toddler rooms aren't really all that hard, and it's just, there's only like so much they need, and the rest of it is just, I don't even know. I'm just running my mouth off at this point. I really just should not be doing this right now, but I don't have another opportunity to do it, and it looks like I do keep the dollhouse, so that is all good. I don't keep the unicorn though, because I replace it with a little space poster. Maybe the kid likes space or something like that. But anyway, we have moved on to the girls' bedroom, and oh my goodness, this bedroom did take a while, because I was trying to figure out, I kind of struggled, like, where was I going to put everything that I wanted to put? I wanted a little seating area, I wanted a little play area, and there was enough room for all of that, but I just couldn't figure out where to put it all. And so there were several times when I was editing this video where it kept going back to this, like, one place, and I would, say, okay, I'm going to put this here, because this is going to be another, 2 minutes of me trying to decide what poster to put on the wall, and, then it would go somewhere else, and I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I supposed to edit this? But, eventually, it all came together, so that was just kind of frustrating when it came to editing, but I think at most point, a lot of this editing is just really something that you just really have to be patient for, and a lot of times I just don't have the patience, and sometimes, when I get into, the groove and stuff, and I'm really into it, I can do it for a while, but most of the time, after some amount of time, I really just have to take a break, because it's just like, oh my goodness, how much more is this gonna go on? And but it's something that I have to do. It's not, I can't just basically speed up the video like some people do and just stick it on YouTube, because, well, you don't want to see like 5 hours of me. Well, it's not 5 hours, but you don't want to see like 5 minutes of me picking up one poster. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to watch that. I don't think anybody else really wants to watch that. So it's not going to happen, guys. And oh my goodness, this koala bear, I kept trying to raise it up, and I kept hitting Control 9. Or wait, no, that's how you raise it up. I kept hitting Shift 9 because I keep getting the Control 9 and the Shift 9 confused for some reason. And it just kept going to like another place. So I couldn't really, get a good coherent edit of me trying to put the koala bear there, which was really kind of annoying when you think about it. But I figured something out eventually. Now, this was the probably the landing that I really just kind of struggled with the most. This is like all in the same session as the other kids' rooms, and basically I go until I feel like, okay, I want to do something else now, and then I pretty much quit unless I am trying to work on a deadline, and I just hate doing that because it's just like, I really want to do something else, I want to quit, but it's like, no, I have to get this done, and I really should just quit doing that. But this is why I record ahead, guys. Like, I don't know when you are seeing this video, but it is, I don't even know if it's going to be in March, but that's when I'm recording this. So I'm trying not to talk about, some stuff that reveals like when I'm recording this, because like I said, I don't know when this is going to go up. Oh my goodness, this is the red bedroom. I've never actually done one of these before, which is really kind of surprising knowing me, but yeah, this turned out pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. It wasn't that hard. It got to the point where I had to take a break. But after that, I came back later that day and I was, okay, I'm refreshed now. I can do this. This isn't going to be, completely and totally impossible anymore. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was the longest voiceover I've ever done in one recording. Like, honestly, like I stumble over my words all the time, and so I have to, a lot of people, they do this voiceover thing and just like one shot, and I'm like, how do you do that? Because I always screw up sometime, and now that Mercury is in retrograde for, the next few days, it's just going to be like 10 times more of that. And I'm not like a complete astrology junkie, but honestly, I've seen evidence of this that I cannot ignore, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what it is. And so in a couple of days, it will go back to normal. But for now, I just have to deal with it. And this is me trying to decide, what the heck I'm going to do with this backyard. I did cut a lot out because, oh my goodness, anytime I put those string lights anywhere, it takes forever just to align them and to rotate them, because it's just weird because, I rotate it a certain way saying, okay, I want to rotate it this far from the center, and I do that with my mouse, and then it doesn't translate in the game to that at all. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And it's just like my cursor is kind of just far away from the whatchamacallit? I don't even know. But, yeah, it's just really kind of frustrating when I'm trying to move these lights, and it just, oh my goodness. And I usually just kind of like forget they're there, and I wish I could use them more often, but I forget they're there, like I just said, and oh my goodness. Okay, I really need to stop doing this now. Like, this is the first one I've done today, so I'm probably gonna do a little bit more editing today because I have more videos to edit, but I don't know if I'll be able to do any other voiceovers today at all. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, this build is quickly coming to a close. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. I really hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, I would really appreciate you leaving a like and a comment. And if you want to see more, please do not forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, you can follow me on social media if you want to see behind the scenes, fun facts, just other random stuff. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at VisitJoan. And if you want to see my thoughts on all things Sims related, you can feel free to connect with me on Twitter at VisitJoan Videos. But anyway, you guys, we are coming to the end of this. I will be seeing you in the next video. Bye, everybody!